The Arctic is a unique and vast ecosystem that spans across the northern regions of North America, Europe, and Asia. In Canada, 40% of the land area and 70% of the coastline is considered to be part of the Arctic. While many people may think of the Arctic as this, the Arctic is actually teeming with life, culture, and biodiversity.
So with the snow today, it seems like the perfect opportunity to tell you some of the amazing facts about Arctic biodiversity. From the tiniest microorganisms to giant mammals, to the Inuit communities who've stewarded this land for thousands of years. In this video, we'll dive into 5 facts about Arctic biodiversity that will change the way you see this incredible region. First on our list is the iconic polar bear, the world's largest land carnivore. These majestic creatures rely on sea ice to hunt, mate, and raise their young. Polar bears are perfectly adapted to their Arctic environment, with thick white fur that provides camouflage and insulation, and large furry feet that help them swim and walk on ice. However, as the Arctic sea ice declines due to climate change, polar bears are facing an uncertain future. They are forced to swim longer distances to find food and shelter, which can lead to exhaustion and starvation. In some areas, polar bears are resorting to foraging on land for alternative food sources, such as bird eggs and caribou, which can bring them into conflict with humans. Scientists predict that if the current trends continue, we could lose 2/3 of the world's polar bear population by 2050. Making them a critical indicator species for the health of the Arctic ecosystem. So the narwhal is often called the unicorn of the sea, and it is a fascinating creature found only in the Arctic. These medium-sized whales are known for their distinctive long spiraled tusk, which is actually a modified tooth that can grow up to 10 feet long. While the tusk is most commonly found in males, some females also develop them. The purpose of this tusk is still not fully understood, but scientists believe it can be used for mating rituals, establishing dominance, hunting, or even as a sensory organ to detect changes in water temperature and salinity. Narwhals are highly adapted to life in the Arctic, with a thick layer of blubber to keep them warm and the ability to perform deep dives lasting up to 25 minutes. They are known to reach depths of 1,500 meters in search of prey. Narwhals are often found in small groups or pods, and they're known for their complex vocalizations, which include clicks, whistles, and knocks, used for communication and echolocation. So the Arctic fox is a master of adaptation, with a suite of unique features that allow it to thrive in the harsh Arctic environment. One of the most notable is its fur, which changes color from white in the winter to brown or gray in the summer, providing perfect camouflage against the snow and rocks. This seasonal coat change is triggered by changes in daylight and helps the fox to blend in with its surroundings, making it easier for it to hunt and avoid predators. Moving on from some of the amazing wildlife that's found in the Arctic, now we're going to talk about plants. As Arctic temperatures continue to rise due to climate change, we're seeing a significant shift in the region's vegetation, known as Arctic greening. Warmer temperatures, longer growing seasons, and increased soil moisture are causing an increase in the growth and expansion of shrubs, bushes, and other plants, transforming the traditional tundra landscape. While this might seem like a positive change, as more green growth could absorb more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, the reality is actually more complex. Taller and denser vegetation can alter the habitats and food sources of many Arctic animals. For example, caribou and reindeer rely on lichens and mosses that grow under the snow in the winter, but the expansion of shrubs can make it harder for these animals to access their food. Additionally, the darker color of shrubs and plants compared to snow and ice means that the Arctic is absorbing more sunlight and heat. further contributing to warming in a process known as the albedo effect. This can create a feedback loop, where more warming leads to more greening, which in turn leads to more warming. So the Arctic is also a critical breeding ground for millions of migratory birds that travel from all over the world to take advantage of the region's abundant food resources and long summer days. One of the most remarkable of these is the Arctic tern, which holds the record for the longest migration of any animal. These small seabirds travel up to 90,000 kilometers each year, from their wintering grounds in Antarctica to their breeding sites in the Arctic, and then back again. However, climate change is posing new challenges for these birds, altering the timing of insect hatches and affecting the availability of nesting sites. Some birds are also facing increased competition and predation as new species move north into the warming Arctic. Protecting the critical habitats and food sources of these birds is essential for ensuring their long-term survival and the health of their habitat. The future of the Arctic and its biodiversity depend on our actions today. By reducing our carbon footprint, supporting conservation efforts, empowering northern indigenous peoples, and spreading awareness about the importance of the Arctic, we can help protect this incredible ecosystem for generations to come. Together, we have the power to make a difference and ensure that the Arctic remains a thriving place for all of its inhabitants. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.